before things start happening, and before things start happening again, and before more things start happening, you got to make the decision whether if you want to just dive that deep or if you want to make a decision now.
Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you don't know my name is Leica, and today's video is a bit different. We're gonna talk about how to love a man. And if you've seen right over here, I have a guest with me, and his name is Carmelos. He's my editor.
Oh, come on. Camy, C-A-M-Y. Camy.
He's my editor. Before I start this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, hit that like button, and share this video with your friend, your family, your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt, your husband, your wife, your daughter, your brother, your sister, everybody in general. Let's start with the video. Okay, before we start, we need a little description of you. Who are you?
Well, as you know, she just mentioned, my name is Camy. I'm a photographer, colorist. I do pretty much everything that has to do with the production, when it comes to cameras. So, and today I have the privilege to not be behind the camera and be actually in front of it. And I may not look too nervous, but believe me, I am a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
But we're having a great time, and that's the reason why, we get something to drink, because we want to be in our feelings. But anyway, today, as she mentioned, we're going to be talking about how to love a man. But if I would add one more word to that sentence, that would be how to properly love a man, because a lot of times we really believe that, okay, we love this man to death, and we love this, we love that. And then over the years, we realize that, it was never love, but maybe lust. Do you get what I'm saying? And this video will help you actually know, do you love the man that you're with, or
are you in lust with him?
Or is there anything that you need to actually work on and improve
in your
relationship? Yeah. So let's go.
Okay. So basically, what do you think about females treating guys badly?
It's wrong.
Why is it wrong?
It's 100%. I'm kidding. But it's definitely not something that females should do. And a lot of times I forgive you guys because it's very hard to treat a man good, and it's very easy but very hard at the same time. I don't know if you would agree to that, because the problem really has to do with not understanding our point of view and not knowing it. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and females, because they would love a man to find out about certain things that they're feeling and certain things that they want, you know what I'm saying? They assume that, men are like that. Mm-hmm. So they assume that, okay, you know what? We can just find out what they want. While men are not like that. They would prefer you ask them, and they will tell you exactly what they want. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and because you guys really try to find out instead of asking, you're really going the wrong way about it. Do you get what I'm saying? And for example, if you were to date somebody from Haiti, a very Haitian guy like myself, born and raised, and you probably think, I will do this for that guy, I will do that. But maybe that guy, what would be more important to them would be somebody who can possibly, show that they will be there for them, and hold them down, and not somebody who can possibly bring money. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But different type of man requires different type of stuff in order to treat them right.
I agree. Because you can't treat every guy the same. They are different in their own way.
What do you think about that specifically? Do you have something that you think you probably will be doing for your husband in the future, or something that will set you apart from the other girls based on how you're gonna be treating, your guy?
Basically, a lot of guys, what they need is peace. They need peace from their woman. Like, when I say peace, the world is already like putting their feet on the guy throat already. So when he comes home, he needs to find his wife or his girl, like, to calm him down. That should be his happy place, not a place that he's running away from, because he has the world. Sometimes, like, his mother, sometimes other friends, or people that doesn't understand his vision, and trying to tell, like, the person, okay, you might be going crazy. So he needs to find that support at home. So if the guy doesn't find it outside, that support system, he needs to find it at home. That's what a lot of females doesn't really do. They think ambushing the guy when he first come home, talking a lot, arguing all the time, it's gonna fix their relationship, when it's not. Basically, they pushing the guy away without them knowing.
I 100% agree, and this had me thinking for a little bit, because a guy will always choose peace over love. And that might sound wrong. If there is a place that has peace and respect, a guy would prefer that over love. And even the Bible, for those of you who believe in it, says to, I don't read it very often, so therefore I don't really know those, but I've read that before. It says to the men, love your wife like Jesus loved the church, or whatever. And it says to the women to respect your men, because men will value the fact that you respect them much more than how you think you may love them, because how they see that you love them is really how you show that you really respect them as the head of the house. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay. What is 5 ways you think that a female or anybody that loves men to love them in general?
Oh, I don't like this question. Or anybody that loves men. What does that mean?
Anybody that loves men. Anybody, not only females.
Yeah, we're living in 2021.
Wow, that's the new generation,
I would tell a woman to really if you were raised in a family where your mom and dad were together for a very long time and stayed together until you move out, you have a very good advantage there, because you get to see how mama treated daddy. Do you get what I'm saying? And most of the time, if the relationship can't last that long, they're doing a pretty good job. Except those ones where, there is no love in the house, what I'm saying? One is sleeping downstairs and one is sleeping upstairs and nobody knows about anybody, what I'm saying? They're just raising the kids. If it's, those kind of relationships, then I would not recommend, looking at them. But sometimes when there is actually love in the family, it gives you a really good starting point on how to treat your own, man. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you see how mama respect daddy and how she, support him and be that great helper that he's looking for. Do you get what I'm saying? And using that and knowing what they were doing wrong, looking at it from the outside will help you correct this, and you'll have a great way to start. That's the first thing I would say for those of you who has the privilege to be around mom and dad for a very long period of time. Second of all, it will always work on every single man if you respect them. This will always work. And not just say that you respect them, but actually show them that you respect them. Okay. Like, they have this really weird idea, what I'm saying? And you can tell that this is a dumb idea. You come up with yours, and you said, hey, this would be better and this would be better, but he's convinced that his idea is the best. Just let him do it. That will help him see that, what? She respects me. And if this idea goes wrong, he will always know that, okay, what? Maybe you were right. And there's no, there's no such thing as being, lower or high. But once you choose to marry somebody, it's like you're allowing them to be, the leader of, as a woman, once you're marrying somebody, you're allowing them to be a leader of the household. And that's the hardest thing to do, is actually knowing who can lead you as a woman. And once you make that decision, try just not to cross the line and take over. Do you get what I'm saying? And this will show respect. You would not agree. The 3 other ones is to make sure that you know what he wants, what he likes, and do that.
And how do you expect a woman to know that, or
By just
anybody
asking.
that loves a guy?
By just asking, man. You know, for example, if we're talking about you know, if you're having an open conversation with your man, okay, and you say, hey, baby, how did you ever wanted your girl to be? Like, you know, as a child or as a young man, did you ever think of some kind of girl you would love to have? Most men will tell you this kind of girl. You know what I'm saying? And usually, you know, it's probably not the way you are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to ask nobody to change their ways or change who they are for someone. But by knowing who they would love to be would help you see, am I the right person for this guy or not? Because you have a very short window to make a decision whether if you're gonna stay in that relationship or not. Do you get what I'm saying? So before you fall in love, before sex start happens, and before, you know, things start happening, and before things start happening again, and before more things start happening, you got to make the decision whether if you wanna just dive that deep, or if you wanna make a decision now and not go further. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the third thing I would tell to a girl. Just know what this person would want, and if you
what they want from them, or like what they want in general.
What they want in general is probably what they want from them. Do you get what I'm saying? They probably don't want to ask and don't be, you know, a little bit controlling and seem like that they are trying to change you. But, you know, if, for example, they wanted a girl that is very submissive, okay, that's just an example, and you're some kind of girl that's just, you know, not very submissive, they probably don't want to tell you that they want that from you, because now they sound very controlling. But if they say, hey, I always wanted to have a girl that is submissive, that's probably what they want from you. You get what I'm saying? They just cannot say it right in front of you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the fourth thing?
Fourth thing. Man, I did.
Wow.
Fourth thing, I will tell a girl to always have your own ideas, always come with, you know, certain things that will change, you know, a man, you know, wrongs, if I'm saying this right. My English is very bad, by the way, so.
I could agree with that.
But what I'm saying is, the men may have some weird ideas and they may want to try some weird things, but because you are allowing them to be the leader, always, you will not agree with this, but always make sure that the man has the last word. That's going to show respect. That's going to show that you understand that they're the man and the head of the household. That's going to show that, okay, you are letting them be in the leader. And at the end of the day, what a lot of...
I don't agree.
Here's the thing though.
It's not about letting them having the word. It's like when you're in a relationship, you guys have a compromise together. You are talking about anything that you want to do together. And if a side makes a bigger point than the other, okay, that side wins. Because in relationship, there's nothing like, there's the alpha and there's somebody else.
I don't see it that way either.
That's how you see it when you say the guy has to have the last word and be a leader.
Here's what I mean, is that, for example, if this guy, you know, say, okay, we're going left, okay? And you said, baby, I don't think left is the best way to go because we're going to Walmart. It's gonna have to be right, okay? He's not a dumb kid. He will be able to know, oh, you're actually right. Let's go right. You know what I'm saying? But if he says, no, we're going left, that's just a weird example, by the way. But it says, no, let's go in left. Don't try to say, no, we're not. We're going right. Do you get what I'm saying? Because now you take over and you are the leader. Listen, man, most people who will not agree with this are not married. You should not be choosing somebody who could not lead you. So that's you not having the skills of choosing. Like, you gotta make sure you look at this guy. No, where he's going, I'm not headed that way. So I'm doing another move. Make sure you make him feel like he's the most important thing on earth. Everything else come after. But at the end of the day, the most important thing that I could possibly say right now is to know the boyfriend you have or the husband you have. You know, it's about, you know, talking to them and understand their point of view in certain things, because you can try to put, you know, your man first, and maybe what would make them happier is seeing you succeed in certain things that you love and care about. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're trying to put these things behind while you're putting them first may not be the best way to go about them. Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah. So now you're gonna tell me, what are your 5 things that you think, you know, you can be doing, you know, to treat a man better?
Okay, 5 ways to love a man. I believe that is something a lot of females don't take in consideration. Is the first thing is freedom. What do I mean by freedom? Well, give the guy the freedom that he needs. You're not his whole world. You're just part of his life. So let him be the person that he is, and do not box him or like choke him. Like, you're suffocating the guy. Let him be. He has a life to live. Let him live that life, and then if you're important for him, he's gonna make the time for you, and he's not gonna put other people in front of you. So you give him the freedom that he needs, and he'll respect you in any other way. And the second thing that I believe is reciprocate. When I say reciprocate, is just like, if the guy is doing some things for you, you as a female, you should do the same thing too. Not just expect that, okay, let's say this guy, Camy, Camy like is going to his wife, he's only bringing flowers, he's bringing chocolates, he's doing all of those stuff, but he never gets anything from his wife. Basically, there's no reciprocation. It's just like he's doing it. It seems like the love is one-sided. So it has to be both-sided, because a love is 2 people, not 1 person.
You know, that's actually very funny, man, because, you know, you saying that makes me think about some things. I have never received anything from any woman. Well, I can say that, you know, my last girlfriend actually did something once. But I've always been giving or doing those things and this, and you know, it doesn't bother me at all. But as you're saying that, I'm thinking, how happy would I be if somebody actually planned something for me and make me feel like, okay, this was meant to be the way it is for you. Do you get what I'm saying? And what you said made so much sense, because it's something that, you know, female don't think that, you know, the way they're happy when something is being done for them, it could be the same way for the guy as well. So that's a great thing.
The third thing is understand. To be honest, a lot of us females, we don't really understand our guys. To be honest, he'll be impatient too. A guy will be impatient, and sometimes they're not gonna be able to put up with our like mood swings and everything. So him too, he can change and stuff like that. We have to help them in a way that it'll be easier for us and them, and also understand that that person is working, or that person is like doing something for their future, and not think otherwise, not blame them just because something happened, they didn't do it, or you think that, okay, this person is doing a whole different thing. That's something a lot of us females lack on. We always think something else. We don't understand the person that is in our life, and sometimes that's a big turn off for some guys, because if you don't understand them, then they're gonna go out and find somebody that will understand them and will be able to talk to them.
That's good. That's good. And I really believe, you know, this fits what we were talking about earlier on, how you need to know your boyfriend and know your man and know their culture, their background, and what actually makes them the person they are. You know what I'm saying? Because understanding them has to do with learning them.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You cannot know somebody or understand them unless you know them. You know?
And to be honest, you can't never know somebody 100%. You will know the person, but not to the extent that you know the person better than yourself. Because there's some things specifically, like especially, that's gonna be secret to the person. You're not gonna know them. So, but the part that you can find out to make that person happy, you just find it and try to understand that person better to get your relationship in a stronger path, that I could say.
Yeah, I would not say secrets though, because I don't believe that men have secrets that are so deep inside them that inside of them that they don't want to share. I really believe that our female are not putting the work in actually talking to them and spending time talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Instead of just saying something, just listen and ask questions, a lot of questions. I mean, you guys.
So you want females to ask questions when they already ask questions?
Yes, because at the end of the day, the question that you're asking will be the answers that you're gonna get. You know what I'm saying? So if you're asking weird questions, you're gonna get weird answers, and you're not gonna actually know the guy. You know what I'm saying? You need to be asking questions based on what he's saying. So if he's talking about an ex-girlfriend, for example, instead of focusing on how did you look, or why did you do this, or when did you take, you know what I'm saying? Try to ask other questions. That's gonna help you understand him better in the situation that he's talking about. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's very hard to do that because of feelings, because of other things that we're feeling. You get what I'm saying? But truth is, asking questions will help you understand the person that you're talking to.
The fourth thing is attention. Like you, the guy needs attention too. He needs to know that he's the only guy for you, just like us as female. We always want to know if the guy is the only one for us. We always need reassurance from the guys. The guys too, they need a reassurance from us. It's not only you that needs the attention, he also needs it too. The affection, those lovey-dovey time and stuff like that. Guys need it. Mostly and lastly, you have to respect his choices and decision, and also give him the respect that he deserves. In any relationship, of females, you have to respect your man. You have to let him have a voice, just like he needs to let you have a voice too. And those are my 5 things. And what do you think about that last one? Because if I remember right, you did talk about respect.
I did. I had no idea that you had that in yours, by the way. Yeah, respecting a guy is probably the most important thing in all of those things that we said. So these 5 things are the ways to go about loving somebody the right way.
I gave you 5 and he gave you 5, and some of them coincidentally we agreed on, especially the respect one. So
I mean, that just shows you that we can be relationship coach or some kind of relationship therapist.
that isn't happening.
But anyway, thank you so much for staying all the way to the very end. If you make it to this point of the video, that shows that you probably have somebody or care about somebody and want to do things better.
What is an advice that you would give for any relationship-ers out there?
They don't say that?
They don't say that, but whatever. Relationship-ers out there to love their man or their...
The one advice that I would give is to know yourself, love yourself, know your value, and that will help you choose the right person. Why did I say that? It's because, by knowing who you are and what you bring to the table, it will help you match, it will help you know who's going to be able to match what you already have. Don't just find some kind of handsome man, like myself, out there and just think, they're the best for you. Based on who you are as a person, you know, may not be the best for them in their lifestyle and what they do and who they are themselves. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the most important advice that I would possibly give somebody, is to actually know who would be the best for them before they, you know, drown to deep.
Okay, thank you.
What about you?
Well, an advice that I would give to anybody, if you're going into a relationship or if you're already in a relationship, first of all, just like he said, you need to love yourself. If you don't love you, how do you expect somebody else to love you?
One thing about what you said is that, you know, you can only love somebody, you know, at the level that you love yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can never love somebody more than yourself. I mean, we say that all the time to our, you know, spouse, that, you know, we love you more than ourselves and this and that. But truth and reality is, if you love yourself to that level, you cannot love somebody to that level. So the more you love you, actually, the more you're gonna be able to love somebody else. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, it was Camy and Leica with you today. We had a pleasure to talk about this subject, different ways to love a man. And if you want to know more about this subject, just let us know down below in the comment section, and it will be a pleasure to do something like that again.
And if you're interested about photography, cinematography, or anything that's to do with cameras, go follow my channel. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to it, and I'll be showing you, you know, how to get the most out of any cameras and get the most about the editing software that you use, and be as amazing as I am as a photographer. You know what I'm saying? So
and the link of his channel will be down below, and his name on there is Camy Bruny.
That's my name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a nice day, everyone.
No problem. I'm getting better and better at this. This, by the way, is something that I stole from Peter McKinnon. Peace!
Peace.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Telling people not to do what they've been doing in their relationship. Is that what you did?
That's what they be doing? Then that's very wrong.
Because some people does that. You can't be in my channel and telling people not to do that.
Well, this, I will literally put that in the behind the scene, because you are crazy. She's trying to make you all happy. Sorry.
I might be drunk, maybe. I don't know.
So anyway, we're not gonna use that video, but we're gonna keep it for the behind the scene, because you need to see how we actually do shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's point of view want to have a successful marriage. Not that the men will not listen to you. What the fuck is she giving this advice to you guys? She's drunk. Of wine.
Camy photography. Well, that's our business. Well, you know, whatever.
You're actually drunk.